We'll all be free. Yo, by the way, to the My Hero, Eerie about the overhaul must got some OCD when it come to being clean because the blood got on me like filthy, someone's blood. Yeah, niggas must be what they call it. They actually got a name for it. Like when you're a neat freak, and you like to stay clean and all. Got a name for that. I can't remember what it is. Uh, it's my voice being heard. Okay, voice is being heard. Okay, so Mirio staring intently, and Overhaul says, "Come back here, Yuri. Or do you want him to be killed? How many times do I have to say it for you to understand? You were born to destroy people." And she says, "No, don't. Don't listen to a word he says," says Mirio. "I'm always telling you, aren't I? Because of your selfishness, I end up having to get my hands dirty." So Overhaul talking to Erie once again. What's the name of the chapter? Fan art. Ooh. Each and every one of your actions kill people. Okay. Yours is a cursed existence. How can you say that to your own child? Huh? Oh, I see. So that's what you were on about. I have no child. Oh, so that's not even his baby. Yo. Yo, this nigga overhaul just touched the ground and it just obliterated, son. Nigga said activate. The name of the chapter is Mirio Tagata. I think they told us that last week. Like next week chapter, Mirio Tagata. Activate. This nigga just shattered the ground, son. Like just one touch. This nigga overall sick, man. All right. And it looked like he put it back. And Mario's thinking to himself, he says, overhaul is able to disassemble and repair any object. Repair is putting it lightly. What? Oh, yo, so this nigga not even just so he ain't even got to put it back the way it was. He can reform things the way he wanted to be. Yo, that's crazy. And Mirio rarely avoided. If he wasn't a shadow cat like nigga, he wouldn't be able to dodge it, bro. He says such speed. That was seriously a close call. But this guy, permeation. I'm able to slip through anything. It seems you're more than just your quirk. That's overall talking to Mirio. So was that overhaul saying such speed? Or was that Mirio? Hmm, it's hard to tell. But either way, Mirio he phased through it. He holding Erie up above head like that. Okay. Next page. He had no regard for the girl. Ah, even if I broke her, it would be of no consequence to me. This nigga overhaul sick for real. As long as I repair her immediately, she can be resuscitated. Even if it doesn't look like it used to, I can return it to its original state. She's experienced it firsthand. Damn, son. This nigga overall cold blooded. He trying to push Mirio over the edge, and it looked like it's working. What will you do if Erie gets hurt? As things stand, I'm the only one who can repair her. But as long as you're carrying her like that, you can't run away using your permeation. So what will you do, Mr. Student? Fight me? With that last repair, I sealed off your escape route. Even your quirk will be as good as gone if I hit you with this. That's Chrome Stasis. Chrome Stasis just woke up. Looked like he about to try to shoot him with the anti quirk weapon. I had intended to make him unconscious, but was I a bit off? It must be because I was still feeling the effects of that drunkard's quirk. Aim for the arm. Aim for the arm he's carrying Erie with, fool. Fool. I didn't think he controlled his quirk that precisely. He must have done a considerable amount of training. That's a chronostasis saying that. Don't look like he take too kindly to overhaul call him a fool either. Cause he says fool, like questioning it in his head. Overhaul says, I'll destroy the spires and he'll lose his cover. I bet you really want to hit me, don't you? I've dodged your attacks twice now, after all. And you even said my quirk was a pain in the ass. Which means that because your repair attacks will only get in the way. Excuse me for a moment. There won't be any more spiny things. Oh, smart kid. Alright, so Mirio uses cape as cover so they can't, I guess, so they can't tell which part of him is behind which part of the cape or whatever. I can't see his face, but based on his role, he must be the young boss's advisor, Chrono. His quirk was on the list. I can't afford to get hit by it. He's hitting his body to make it harder to aim at. I always thought heroes only wore those capes for show. Yeah. Uh-oh. Overhaul says Chrono. He moves his hand. Then Mirio comes out of the ground and punches that nigga in the jaw. Oh no, Overhaul. He worked it so he can help him dodge it. Like he shifted the ground so chronostasis could dodge and there. Alright, that's dope. He says, sorry, Overhaul. And the gun goes sliding across the floor. Overhaul's thinking, he's strong, but he dropped Erie. If I just destroy that, he'll no longer be able to oppose me. And she rustling inside the cape. Mirio appears behind him. He's like, that's exactly how a guy like you would think. Or is that Mirio thinking that, or is that Overhaul? If I just, well, he did just get done saying that to himself, so maybe this is Overhaul saying that. It looked like he got him because he looked back as this was being said. Said, if I just destroy that, he'll no longer be able to oppose me. That's exactly how a guy like you would think. Maybe it'll clarify if I go on to the next page. Okay, so Mirio phased through his hand so he could Mirio phased through his hand so he can punch him in the jaw. A hero's cape is for bundling up a young girl who's in terrible pain. Okay, all right. I was thinking Mirio sick, man. That nigga Chronostasis was about to pick up the gun. He said, nope. Kick that nigga straight in his abdomen. Focus on your opponent and predict their next action. Your agility far surpasses what I'd expect of a mere Yakuza. You're strong, Chisaki. I'll never let you feel sad again. But guess what? I'm stronger. I'll be your hero. I won't let you lay another finger on her. I'll take you both down. This is checkmate, Chisaki. Got no place to call home, kid? What's your name? Can you speak? Chisaki. Kai Chisaki. Don't speak that name. I abandoned it long ago. The Todo Gumi has been dismantled. Day in, day out, we Yakuza keep getting disgraced. At this rate, we too will be. We need some innovation. The plan I discussed with you before, are you willing to give it some thought? You still on about all that, dumbass? If you veer off from the path of humanity, it'll be all over for you as a gangster, Chisaki. People won't follow a brute with no heart. People shouldn't follow a brute with no heart. Mirio Tagata had, without a doubt, completely and utterly overwhelmed him. On top of removing the bullets from his gun, He hit him 3 times in the skull. He was overwhelmed to the point that he was stupefied and at his wit's end. For over 10 minutes, his consciousness was cloud and he was unable to move. But the reason why Nomoto was able to maintain consciousness and continue crawling was young master. Whenever I would question someone to discover their true nature, they would always lie. When I asked them why they lied, they would become flustered and distance themselves from me. All I wanted was a friend I could trust. Become my comrade. Having you with me would be very reassuring. The young master needs me. I must walk alongside him. Overhaul shouts his name out. He says, Namoto? Okay. So it looked like Overhaul opened up a path for him to crawl through. He tossed over some ammunition. He picks it up. Yo. And he actually fired the gun some, but that's the end of the chapter. Damn, man. It's the second cliffhanger today. Well, man. Well, that was a dope chapter to me, man. I really enjoyed that one. I think, man, getting development for these characters and my hero, I feel like it's a great thing, man. Cause it's like, especially when you got people who's like, oh, characters don't get developed. It's too many of them. But then you got chapters like this, the chapter from last week. I think we got a lot of development in the chapter before that one with figuring out how the people felt about the boss of the Yakuza, getting to know more about the quirks and everything in that chapter from 2 weeks ago. That was hot. That was dope. And with this chapter, you get Chisaki Overhaul, get a bit more of his backstory. Apparently, the boss, I assumed that was his father, but I guess it's not. He was just some guy who picked him up off the streets. It's pretty dope. What's up, man? I have to get out of here. I'm not caught up. Oh, okay, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, what's up, Zodiac? Yo, lit chapter. Right, this was such a fun read. My hero academia has been stepping up on the side characters lately. Yeah, man, my hero is really popping right now. I'm enjoying every chapter. And this one, this is a great fight to me between basically Mirio and Overhaul and his guns. I wouldn't expect them to do so well, man. This he really showing why he deserves to be number one candidate for the next up. After Endeavor retires, I don't see him surpassing Endeavor. I know that might not be saying much because we haven't seen a lot from Endeavor, but just knowing that he was able to hold that number 2 spot the way he did, and now he's number 1 since All Might was done. So I think it's fair to say that he's not just gonna surpass Endeavor. I think he's gonna be number 1 for some period of time, assuming he don't die at some point. He might be number 1 at some period of time, and then Deku will surpass him. Speaking of Mirio, but how did I go from that? How did I go to that from just talking about what I enjoyed in this chapter? Oh yeah, talking about the fight is dope. Seeing more about Overhaul's quirk. I mean, this could have been like something that you can make an assumption on, because the way he put a guy's face inside of a wheel. You got to wonder, like, how can he do that if his quirk is all about breaking something down and repairing it? But it's not that simple. It's just that he can reassemble something any way that he wants to. Apparently, it's almost like he's an earthbender. And I guess he can bend other elements that way, depending on whether or not it's a solid. Because I don't think he could like break down air or water. I think that'd be crazy. But maybe he can. Ain't no telling. But as far as I can tell, it's any solid matter, solid material. Yeah, but that's dope. I'm getting more of a Mirio's conviction, what it means to be a hero for him. That was also dope. Uh, Damn, I think that's yeah, is that two nines today? Because One Piece was a nine to me as well. I think I think I can get his My Hero chapter a nine, man. It was dope. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, but I'm not gonna stay too long to talk about it. I ain't really got too much to say. Uh, shout out, shout out all my niggas. I'm not about to say everybody's name again. We them boys. Yeah, me and my niggas, them boys. You know, you can tell I stayed up so I can get that One Piece. It's like crack. So, I'm cutting it off. Cutting it off. I see y'all. Appreciate y'all coming by. Like, comment, subscribe, share it. Share the content, please. Really appreciate it.